I don't know. I was trying to do both like the T-Rex and the. So Jurassic World Dominion, the final. We'll see what the box office says about that. Final movie in at least this saga of the Jurassic Park franchise. Eventually, everything gets rebooted or remade, or another sequels is made. So I'm sure we'll get another Jurassic movie at some point down the line, but it might be anywhere from 5 to 10 to 20 years. Who knows? But eventually we'll get one. But the alleged last one. And does it go out with a roar or does it go out with a whimper? I'll say, for that analogy, I'll say it goes out with a horse's loud neigh. Not necessarily a bear's roar, but loud enough that it's vocal. I do like the movie. I should be very upfront right now about that because, as it says, this did not get good reviews from the critics, and honestly, I'm actually I don't really quite blame them. As it stands right now, this movie holds it's gotten lower. Holy crap! A 33%. This movie has the same audience score as Venom. Now, Venom was overall very well liked by the audience and went on to make like $800 million. This at least has a good audience score of 79%, 1,000 verified. So, and that's probably won't go up or down more than a point. But yet, it has a 33% from the critics. And to be 100% fair, despite the fact I'm saying I like this movie, I can see why they wouldn't. So let me get out of the way right now. First off, all the good things, because the bad things I have to say about the movie, I do want to go a little in depth on them without spoilers. This is not a spoiler review. First and foremost, though, like I said, I overall like the movie. It occasionally can capture that feel of like wonder and whimsy. There's a scene in the movie, both me and my girlfriend were both like, yeah, I actually got a little emotional seeing that because I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just kind of seeing this, where Maisie helps these loggers just to redirect these apatosaurus, these long-necked dinosaurs away, because they seem to be a little lost and confused. And so there are little scenes like that. When they talk about how the world is dealing with dinosaurs, I do like that as well. There's a whole black market sequence in the trailer, in the movie, dealing with like a black market of dinosaurs, being for food, pets, fighting, whatever. And that ties with the big action sequence in the middle of the film that you see. I can't remember where they're in. Morocco, Spain. Basically, the scene where Owen's on the bike and the raptors are chasing him. That ties into that. I do overall like the majority of these characters. Owen and Claire are still good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like Claire, when we meet Claire where she is initially, it's like, Claire, dude, chill. Like, you can't keep doing this in this world anymore. It just doesn't work. And when we meet Alan and when we meet Ellie and we meet Ian again, it is nice to see them. I will admit it doesn't have the same oomph as like seeing Luke or Han or something like that from Force Awakens or Leia. It doesn't have that same impact, but still, it's great to see these actors who are coming back to play these characters again. And Goldblum's having a ball. There is one scene though, and you see it briefly in the trailer where he's waving like a flaming stick in front of the Giganotosaurus. And I'm imagining him, because I imagine, okay, he's going to just yell and, where he's like, hey, hey, like he did in the original for the T-Rex. He yells, but it's not, hey, it's hey. It's just, he doesn't really talk. It's like you're doing like a or wow almost. It's so, I don't know what it was. It was just so funny to me. The effects, by the way, I'll say this: the effects are an improvement overall from, I'd say, Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Not that I thought they were bad in Fallen Kingdom or in Jurassic World, but I could definitely see the CGI a bit more in those films than I could here. There's a lot more practical effects. The Giganotosaurus you see in the trailer, that Giganotosaurus is like actually a one giant effect. Well, not all of it. There is a big legitimate animatronic involved. There's a scene involving, and again, no spoilers here, a Dilophosaurus, where it's a practical effect of Dilophosaurus. Blue is not a practical effect, but the baby blue, beta as they call it, is a practical effect most of the time. There's actually quite a bit of practical effects in this film. And you know what? I loved seeing it. And it blended pretty well with the CGI, admittedly. Now, there are points where the CGI didn't look the best, but it was hardly at its worst. So there's that. And honestly, the going in there for dinosaurs on its own, like just dinosaurs, seeing dinosaurs doing dinosaur thing, eating people, having action sequences. That chase scene with Owen, it's a great chase scene, actually. It's a good action piece, honestly. I'll get to a complaint about it, though, near the end, but it's a great action piece. They show off a bunch of new dinosaurs, quite a few. One of them is an actual hybrid. In fact, those raptors you see are in fact hybrids. They're basically like the full realization of the Indoraptor to some degree, or the Indominus, minus the fact that I don't think they're bulletproof, but they can take a beating. That's for certain. So there's a lot good going for this film, absolutely. And the new character, the pilot, who I can't remember her name, me and my girlfriend both agree she was great. We love that character. That actress, by the way, I'm guessing those are her real eyes. She is striking gold yellow eyes, like amber. I'm not saying that just because I'm like, oh my god, she's so attractive. She actually is very attractive. I'm just pointing out no, holy crap. That was actually the first thing I noticed about her was her eyes. Whoa, those are weird eyes. Awesome eyes. But I've met some people with yellow eyes. I know, hell, Mark's got green eyes. I've met some people with yellow eyes. Yellow is a pretty uncommon eye color. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say it's pretty rare. It's not like the end-all be-all rares, but I've met only a couple people with amberish orange eyes. Now, maybe I'm actually going to find that right now, see what that actress is, make sure she's not wearing contacts to know, so I'm not feeling like an idiot. Let's see here now. Where is the IMDb page for said? Why am I talking like a robot? I don't know. All right. So what was the character's name? The character's name. DeWanda Weiss played Kayla Watts. That was it. DeWanda Weiss. And let me see. Can I get a good shot of her eyes? Okay, yeah, no, those are her eyes. Right on. No, I thought those were. I'm like, wow, that was awesome. So yeah, there's a lot to like in this movie, at least from my perspective. We got to see a bunch of dinosaurs. We didn't see new dinosaurs. It's something called the Theros. You see it in the trailer. It's the thing that's like kind of stalking Claire, and she's hiding underwater from it. As my girlfriend put it, old long fingers. And it's got a moment in the movie, definitely. But that said, for everything positive I'm saying about this movie, this is not a flawless movie at all. First off, would I say it is a solid end to the series? I actually would say it's an acceptable end to the series. I think that's a good way to put it. And the last couple of shots, honestly, what you're dealing with in those last couple of shots should have been the whole movie, because the whole movie should have been the world dealing and adapting to dinosaurs, as my girlfriend put it, kind of like a Dinotopia kind of thing. And like the problems that this is causing in the world, because you just released hundreds, if not thousands, of dinosaurs into the world. That's gonna, and particularly the mosasaur, the mosasaur would wreck our freaking ocean's ecosystems. You know how many less whales there would be? Unless that thing's is only eating once every month or so. In which case, okay, maybe, and it's not always eating a whale, because we see it eats sharks and stuff like that. Maybe it could, and it's only one of them, thank God. But it's that's not what the movie's about. This is this is technically a spoiler, but it's pretty much been stated in both, like, I think, like, articles, trailers have hinted at it, things like that, and a lot of non-spoiler reviews YouTubers have talked about it. So this I feel is fine to talk about. The general plot is this. It's the general plot. There's multiple plot points going on. But the general plot is this. First and foremost, Maisie is hiding with Owen and Claire, and they're kind of trying to keep her safe. And ultimately, people kidnap her and the Beta Raptor because they want their DNA, obviously, because it's the big bad man, who I'm not going to say who it is. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to reveal who that one is. Okay, if you don't want to reveal who the villain is, I'm gonna hold my fingers for 5 seconds. When I go to this, I'm gonna tell you who it is, and then we'll go back to it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. It's Dotson. Dotson. We have Dotson. Of all the people to bring back, it turned into like this. Why? Why? I don't get this. And how did this guy, was he like a CEO or something prior in the original movie? I didn't get that vibe from him. Anyway, okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're not talking about that. But yeah, so they're kidnapping her for her genes. Meanwhile, there's this other MacGuffin plot point that they're trying to deal with about these killer giant locusts eating crops and basically causing a worldwide collapse. Like, it would literally collapse the entire ecological food chain. And the question is, can we prove that they're from this place? And can we, stop them and all this? Like, so a movie that's supposed to be about dinosaurs loose in our world is about trying to stop locusts. That's terrible. Now, if this were the plot of, like, say, one of the books, this would actually probably work out very well. This would make sense for, like, a book, honestly. But it's not a book. It's a freaking movie. It's a Jurassic World movie. You focus on dinosaurs. Or at least prehistoric creatures that aren't locusts. But beyond that, there's also the issue of the character of Maisie. And, I watched Doug Walker's video, and he brought up a very good point. First off, she's the cause for all of this. Like, everything going on in the world right now, she's the cause of it. And she is a clone, as we know from the previous movie. So you would think that she would be at least a little bit more understanding of the situation, but she's an angsty freaking teen, and you put it back, her only reaction is to just go, like, yeah, like, I feel bad. I feel like this actress is a good actress, but this is no. And there's something that gets revealed in the movie. So if you thought the clone thing was bad, and I'll admit, I didn't like that much either. They don't just double down on the clone thing. They triple down on it. Now, I will not reveal how that happens. That is a very big spoiler. But they triple down on her story. Let's put it that way. They triple down on that. And I'm watching that. And I'm literally going, no. And my girl actually has to grab my arms, like, oh God, are you okay? I was like, that is dumb. That is dumb. Oh God. And I feel that one of the biggest issues, besides some of the scripting, one of the biggest issues is the fact that this movie it's too long. It feels like it is dragging its heels. It really does. It's taking too much time. It's connecting too many points that don't need to be connected, or too many points that need to be connected. And I can tell you right now how you could have easily cut this movie down. So, as much as I like the chase scene in the movie, and it's the chase scene you see in the trailers, this is no big spoilers at all, and I already talked about the black market stuff, and this is where we get introduced to the pilot, Caleb. As much as I like this overall scene, like the overall scene between when they get there to when they leave, I like it. It's a good action piece. I like it. The effects work looks solid. The raptors are legitimately terrifying at points. You could have cut that entire scene out. All you had to have done was basically say, okay, we have a lead. It's in the black market here in this area. And then that's where they meet her. She doesn't want to get involved at first. They show her a picture of her, and she feels sympathy for him, so she helps them along their way. You would have cut, no joke, 15 to 20 minutes of the film. Just done. Done. And a movie that is hold on, I should have a time, a length here of this movie, how long it is. In a movie that is nearly 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 27 minutes, goes down to anywhere between 2 hours and 7 minutes to 2 hours and 12 minutes. Shaving literally 15 to 20 minutes off would have made this flow so much easier. Because once we get to the climax, which is basically Jurassic World's climax, but nowhere near as fun. Still entertaining, but not as fun in the same way. You're just not getting that moment. You're just going like, okay, cool, yeah, cool, all right, yeah, okay, cool. It's like, oh god, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do. Oh, thank God. Yeah. Instead of the climax, just feels like, oh god, okay, we're good. So yeah, I do like the movie. I will say that. In fact, I like it probably more than I did the previous one. But I can't say it's amazing. I think it's good. Not great, not okay. I do think it is a solid movie. But it could have been. It had so much potential to really be. And by the way, you're resurrecting other dinosaurs. You've got like giant prehistoric locusts. At that point, screw it. Throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Bring me Suchomimus, the giant dinosaur-eating crocodile. Bring me Titanoboa. Bring me saber-toothed tigers. Bring me woolly mammoths. I mean, if you're gonna do it, hell, there's a dinosaur, or not even technically, it's not a dinosaur. There's a creature in the movie that shows up at one point, and I'm like, oh, that's unique. Okay. So I'm like, they did stuff I wasn't expecting to see. But yeah, overall, it is a disappointment on some level. I am glad I saw it. Probably not going to see it again, but especially just because now we actually got Stacked Movie Month finally coming up. I am glad I saw it though, and I have a level of satisfaction, not 100% satisfaction, but a level of it, 100%. I do have satisfaction, 100%. It's just not 100% satisfaction, is what I'm trying to say. So I did enjoy it. I would recommend, especially if you at least want to see how this series ends, certainly. And just because I don't like it doesn't mean you wouldn't like it. Right? Just remember, what we all like is different. Just because 33% only a third of the critics like the film doesn't mean you wouldn't like it. Just because 79% of the audience likes the film doesn't mean you would like it. So, if you're still on the fence about seeing it, I do at least encourage you to go see it, form your own opinion. Till then, though, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And hit that bell if you want to be notified. I still got to do my who would win and my pre-record my what if. So I'll see you later.